بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. جناب جان کری وزیر خارجه امریکا و هیئت همراهیتون به افغانستان خوش آمدید. همکارای محترم کابینه، خواهر و برادرها همه باشتگان. افغانستان ته ښه راغلاست. کری صاحب څوارلس کاله کېږي چې افغانستان ته دوامدار راځي او نه یوازې د دې ملک له بهترینو ملګرو نه یې دوامدار علاقه افغانستان ته او تاسې ملګرتیا ما سره ډاکټر صاحب عبدالله سره د افغانستان ټول سیاسي مشرانو سره یوه خاصه رابطه ده. زه غواړم هم د ولس په استازیتوب او هم د دولت په استازیتوب له تاسو نه مننه وکړم او بیا درته ښه راغلاست ووایم. تاسې راتګ دا وارې یو خاص هدف لري او هغه هدف دا و چې هغه دوه اړخیزه موافقتنامه چې د امنیتي موافقتنامه ده دې کې یو خاص کمیسیون باید منځته راغلی وای او تاسې راتګ د دې کمیسیون اساس ایښودلی او موږ ته دا فرصت راکوي چې راتلونکي ته وګورو. ایالات متحده امریکا همپیمان محوری ملت و دولت افغانستان است. منافع مشترک ما خاصتا در طول 14 سال گذشته به یک مناسبات عمیق و وسیع استراتژیک مبدل شد. خطرات مشترک خاصتا خطر تروریسم که حالا شکل موج پنجم خشونت به خود گرفته ما را منافع مشترک میده. صلح ضرورت حیاتی ملت و دولت افغانستان است و ایالات متحده امریکا خاصتا جناب شما در ایجاد فضای صلح و ثبات منطقوی همیشه همکار ما بود و همکار ما هستین و ضرورت اساسی و مبرم مردم ما را برای صلح و ثبات درک میکنین و در عین حال تأکید شما بر که یک افغانستان با ثبات یک نقطه بنیادی ثبات منطقه است مورد پشتیبانی و مورد اطمینان است. در این حال من میخوایم که از قربانی، همکاری و پشتیبانی پایدار و دوامدار ایالات متحده امریکا ابراز امتنان کنم. هزارها هموطن شما، اولادتان، جوانای امریکایی در افغانستان قربانی داد. امید است که مراتب تسلیت و همدردی عمیق ما را به خانواده از اینا ابراز کنیم. باعث فردی که امروز دیپلمات درجه اول ایالات متحده امریکا هستین در عین حال شما قهرمان جنگ بودین و جنگ از به صورت شخصی درک میکنین و سابقه شما در این بخش خاصتا علاقه عمیقتان به قوای امنیتی و دفاعی امریکا ثابت کرده. بنابراین امید است که پیغامهای تسلیت و تشکری ما را براشان ابراز کنیم. به نمایندگی قوای امنیتی و دفاعی افغانستان ما از کمک پایدار ایالات متحده امریکا و خصوصا تصمیم تاریخی جناب رئیس جمهور امریکا برای تمدید ماموریت حمایت قاطع ابراز امتنان میکنم. تاریخ قضاوت خواهد کرد که این تصمیم واقعا یک نقطه عطف بر منطقه و بر ما بود و با این اطمینان ما میتونیم که که به پیش نگاه کنیم و وسط مدت و دراز مدت فکر کنیم. در عین حال به نمایندگی مردم افغانستان از کمک‌های وسیع اقتصادی ایالات متحده امریکا که به تمام اقشار افغانستان رسیده و مخصوصاً کمک‌هایی که برای زنان و افراد بی‌بضاعت شده ابراز امتنان می‌کنیم و توجه دوامدار شما به این بوده و خواهد بود. سفر شما آینده نگر است. تأکید ما و بحث وسیع ما امروز سر چند موضوع حیاتی بوده که به صورت بسیار خلاص اینا را ذکر میکنم. آمادگی برای کنفرانس های وارسا و بروسل به اساس تصمیمی که ایالات متحده امریکا برای تمدید حمایت قاطع گرفت و ناتو این ماموریت تایید کرد، امروز ما میتونیم وسط مدت فکر کنیم. اما تعهد افغانستان بر اصلاحات همه‌جانبه برای بهبود قوای امنیتی و دفاعی ماست و هم برای وارسا و هم برای بروسل ما نمیخوایم با حرف و یا با وعده بریم. ما میخوایم که در کنفرانس وارسا دستاوردهای واضح داشته باشیم و همچنین در بروسل تا مردم دنیا و مردم خود ما باور کنند که تحولات اساسی در حال پیاده شدن است. از این جهت من میخوایم به تمام مردم افغانستان و دنیا اطمینان بدم که مبارزه ما با فساد و اراده سیاسی ما برای اصلاحات همه جانب است. در این بخش اصلاحات تنها از خاطر از این نیست که کمک خارجی بهتر شود. اتکا به خود اصل فلسفه اقتصادی ما را و حکومتداری ما را تشکیل میده. تأکید همه مردم افغانستان خوشبختانه سر اصلاحات و مبارزه با فساد است. فساد سرطان است که پیکر سیاسی و اقتصادی افغانستان ایره تحمل کرده نمیتونه و در عین حال قرارداد ما امرای دنیا یک قرارداد است که به اساس ارزش‌ها، به اساس تأمین حقوقی که در قانون اساسی ما برای تمام افغان‌ها گذاشته شده می باشه. نقطه آخر، قوت ما در وحدت ملی ماست. ما میخوایم اول امروز از اولوسی جرگه افغانستان ابراز امتنان کنم که هم لوی څارنوال و هم وزیر داخله افغانستان به یک رای قاطع تصویب کردن. مننه د اولوسی جرگه غړو، مننه له دې ملي دریځ نه. د لوی څارنوال صاحب انتخاب نن موږ ته دا ډاډ راکوي چې څارنوالي کې به اساسي او هررخیز اصلاحات راسي او زر تر زره به عملي سي. همدارنګه د کورنیو چارو په وزارت کې به لا هم بنیادی اصلاحات راسي او دا به د دې موجب وګرځي چې ولس به په دې اطمینان کې چې موږ کولی سو چې په مخکې لاړ سو او حق او حقوق د افراد د اساسي قانون او د افغانستان د موضوع قوانینو په اساس باندې به پلي کیږي. اتحاد و همدلی ملی و مخصوصا مسئولیت قشر سیاسی ما در این مرحله ضرورت به تاکید دارد. قشر سیاسی افغانستان تنها مسئولیت دیدگاه یک ساله را نداره یا 6 ماه را، ما مسئولیت 100 ساله را به دوش داریم و از این جهت همه ما در حکومت وحدت ملی باید ضرورت تاریخی تمرکز برای پیاده شدن آمال و آرزوهای مردم در نظر بگیریم که در نظر گرفتیم. من میخوایم در عین حال از قوه قضایی افغانستان ابراز امتنان کنم که یک سلسله اصلاحات اساسی را بر روی دست گرفتن و قدم‌های آینده اصلاحات سیستم قضایی ما موجب اطمینان بیشتر من. اما مهمترین تشکر من از قوای امنیتی و دفاعی افغانستان و مردم افغانستان است. تشکر از قوای امنیتی و دفاعی افغانستان از جهتی که ثابت کردند که امروز حاضر هستند با خون و جان خود از این میهنه که چند هزار سال تاریخ داره دفاع کنند. ماه پیشتر یک روز خاص افتخار بر ما بود. 549 جوان افغانستان از اکادمی امنیتی افغانستان که شما کمک زیاد در ایجادش کردین فارغ التحصیل شدن و 13 از اینا زن بودن. زنای افغانستان در پهلوی مردای افغانستان، دخترای ما در پهلوی پسرای ما. هر کدام از اینا میتونستن انتخاب دیگه کنن. هر کدام از اینا انتخاب کردن که در خدمت از این کشور باشن و از این انتخاب نسل جوان و باورشان سر آینده افغانستان باور تمام افغانستان میه. تحمل مردم ما و اراده سیاسی مردم ما که تمام خشونت هم تحمل کردن و هم در مقابلش مبارزه میکنن حدود. شب گذشته ما باز در شفاخانه امرجنسی امرای افراد بودم که در سیاگرد مورد حمله وحشیانه قرار گرفته بودن. یک طفل 2 ساله دستش گلوله خورده بود و دستش قطع شده بود. مور لمانه پختنه وکړه ویل ما غوښتل تا وګورم نن راته فرصت پیدا سو. دا وحشت به څنګه ختم در ورسیږي او ما ویل خوري موږ جنگ نه ده کړی، جنگ موږ باندې تحمیل سوی او دا د افغانستان د ټولو خلکو اراده ده او پس لغنه می سربازان ولیدل، افسران می ولیدل چې نورو چپرکټو کې پراته وو، اما د دوی ټوله اراده دا ده چې موږ باید ثبات، سولې او پایدار حرکت ته ورسیږو. از این جهت سال 1395 سال تحرک، سال حرکت همه جانبه و سال اصلاحات همه جانبه خود. در خاتمه بازم من از تشریف آوریتان ابراز امتنان میکنم. سفر بسیار مفید و مثل همیشه واره همه جانبه بوده. دوستی ما دوامدار است. بسیار خوش آمدین و باز بیایید. ممنون.
Wonderful, generous welcome as always, and it's a great privilege to be here in this renovated palace, which suffered serious damage previously, and I know you have worked hard to restore it, and I want to say that you've done an extraordinary job. Thank you so much for your hospitality today and for the good, solid discussions that we have had. It's a privilege for me to be back in Kabul for the 3rd meeting of the U.S.-Afghan Bilateral Commission. I want to begin by thanking President Ghani and Chief Executive Abdullah for the constructive spirit of the discussions we had today, but more importantly, for the leadership that they are offering to Afghanistan in the context of a unity government. A unity government is not easy. It's difficult. It's an enormous contribution that both leaders have made as statesmen to stand together despite the fact that they opposed each other in an election, but in the interests of nation to bring people together. And I want to salute the efforts they are making to overcome many years of challenges that have built up, none of which can be solved overnight, all of which require a special kind of dedication and unity to change, And President Ghani is leading the effort to create a new Afghanistan. And I want to express on behalf of President Obama and myself and the American people our respect for and gratitude for the great sacrifices made by the people of Afghanistan. I thank you, Mr. President, for your comments about the sacrifices of American soldiers and the American people in their dollars, tax dollars. They have made those sacrifices, and they make the contributions they make because you have made a commitment to democracy, a commitment to peace and stability, and because you are fully joined in the fight against radical extremism. And so we thank you for the spirit of the conversations that we've had today. I also want to recognize the American team here that works every single day under the leadership of Ambassador Mike McKinley, our entire embassy team for the outstanding work that they do representing the United States to the Afghan people and in their personal work on a daily basis in order to try to help make a difference. I know that I missed the ceremony, but there was a ceremony because I was traveling. There was a ceremony just the other day in the State Department to commemorate the loss of Anne Smedinghoff, who gave her life here as an embassy worker trying to deliver books to a school in the Kandahar area. And so we are reminded that even for our diplomats, sacrifices have been made, and we are proud of their work and grateful for it. The breadth of our agenda today fully reflects the critical importance of this moment and our shared interests. With our support, Afghanistan's government of national unity has assumed responsibility for the security of its people. And I want to congratulate the armed forces of Afghanistan and thank them for the tremendous work that they have done and are doing every single day in order to provide security and protection to the people of Afghanistan. It is the government of Afghanistan is moving ahead with a reform agenda of its own design, Afghan-led, Afghan-implemented. And today, I congratulate the Parliament on the lower house ratification of a new Attorney General who will be able to lead that effort and move forward now. At the center of our bilateral relationship is a shared commitment to peace, a peace based on security from violent extremism, coupled with a desire to promote prosperity and social progress in every province across Afghanistan. These goals are all laid out and agreed on in the 2012 Enduring Strategic Partnership Agreement between our governments, and it's being implemented now by the Bilateral Commission, and that was the subject of today's meeting. I discussed today with President Ghani and with Chief Executive Abdullah the progress that the government is making and the challenges ahead that require continued commitment from all of Afghanistan's leaders in order to provide national unity. We discussed our shared goal of launching peace talks with the Taliban, and both leaders recognized that achieving peace requires patience and a national dialogue, even as it requires strength and determination from the armed forces to provide security. So again today, we call on the Taliban to enter into a peace process, a legitimate process, a real process that provides equal rights, protection for all Afghans, and brings to an end the violence and the suffering that the people of this country have endured for so many years. As members of the Quadrilateral Coordination Group, Afghanistan, Pakistan, China, and the United States all support a negotiated settlement. And it is time for Afghans to be given the opportunity through that kind of settlement to be able to really start building the full measure of future which we know all the people of Afghanistan want. Meanwhile, the United States remains fully committed to the mission to train and advise and assist the Afghan security forces as they combat the insurgency and protect their people. We're also deepening our counterterrorism cooperation. In February, Afghanistan, we are grateful, became the 66th nation to be a member of the global coalition to counter Daesh. And it is the first in this region to join in. That's leadership. We hope that its membership will inspire other nations to follow suit. And the reason is obvious. Daesh is a deadly threat to everyone, and it should be opposed by all. At the same time, we also recognize that Afghanistan cannot secure the future that Afghans deserve without continued support from their friends and their allies. And we will continue to support Afghanistan as it stays unified, moving towards a unified goal. This coming July, as President Ghani just mentioned a moment ago, the NATO allies and partners are going to gather in Warsaw, Poland, to consider the next round of assistance for the Afghan National Defense and Security Forces. And in October, we will meet in Brussels to review development aid. Success in bringing nations together to donate, to give what is critical development money and security money, in many ways is crucial to our goal. And continued international support will be essential, and it is essential for these next weeks and months for Afghanistan to show the world how that money is well spent and how the purpose of Afghanistan in unity is going to earn the support and the respect of the rest of the world. As part of this effort today, our discussions focused on good governance and electoral reform. I know that electoral reform has been a priority of President Ghani since the moment he ran and the moment he was elected, and it is a priority of Chief Executive Abdullah. Laws have been passed. Steps have been taken. The foundation for this electoral reform has been built. And now with a new Attorney General and with the cabinet ready to move, it is possible to put in place the electoral process for the next round of elections that is so important. These important appointments that have been made in the last days, the Interior Minister and the Attorney General, reconfirm the government's commitment to strengthening democratic institutions, and we welcome those appointments. Democracy requires credible institutions. Even more than that, it requires a willingness by people from different political and ethnic and geographic factions to be able to come together and work for a common good, for a shared vision, in order to build the institutions that will support that vision. It requires assertive citizenship. It's not just up to leaders. It's up to citizens to help shape their communities, shape their country, define the vision. That and not more war and not more terror is the surest way to bring about real stability and prosperity to this country. So in our meetings today, we also reviewed the process of implementing our $800 million new development partnership. This initiative, I am convinced, will promote stability, accountability, by linking funds to specific reforms that promote the rule of law, encourage private sector growth, and enhance women's rights. One of the great accomplishments of Afghanistan in these years is opening up the opportunity for women. No country can really realize its full potential, leaving half its population on the sidelines, on the bench, as we say in sports. It's just not feasible. And Afghanistan has made an enormous leap forward. When the events of 2001 occurred that brought the United States to Afghanistan, there were approximately 900,000 kids in school, and they were almost all boys. Now there are millions of kids in school, and fully a third of them are girls. That is an enormous step forward for the future of this country. We also strongly support President Ghani's commitment to combating corruption at all levels. Looking ahead, we know that that road is never easy. We know that security remains a challenge, but the Afghan people are proving every day they are up to that challenge. We know that Afghans are going to continue to work to achieve further progress. That's something we have confidence in. We also know that the world stands with you in this effort, and none more so than the United States of America. The American people will remain committed to a country whose people have sacrificed so much in pursuit of a better future, a country for whom we too, as President Ghani graciously acknowledged, have also fought and spilled blood, a country for whom we have joined you in the sacrifice. Mr. President, we value our friendship with you, with your government, with your people, and we will continue to work closely with you in every day to come between now and Warsaw, between now and Brussels, and between now and the long-term future of the people of Afghanistan. Thank you. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
I think we're going to take a question. I apologize we don't have time for more questions, but we've gone late, and I have a schedule in Hiroshima in Japan tomorrow, so we're a little bit tight.
تشکر ولی آریان هستم از سلونیوس. قرار است آقای کری شما نقش اساسی در حل بحران انتخاباتی افغانستان داشتین و در ایجاد یک حکومت وحدت ملی، اما قرار است تا 6 ماه دیگه این موافقتنامه سیاسی به پایان برسه. فکر میکنین که برای حل از این چی گزینه دیگه وجود داره، در حالی که تا هنوز انتخابات پارلمانی برگزار نشده، لایحه جرگه برگزار نشده، تعدیل در قانون اساسی افغانستان نیامده؟ فکر میکنین که همکاری میکنین با دولت افغانستان تا این مشکل حل شود و به نتیجه همان مواد موافقتنامه سیاسی حکومت وحدت ملی برسین، و یا گزینه دیگه وجود داره؟ مسئله دیگه هم که بر بنیاد تفاهمنامه امنیتی میان افغانستان و ایالات متحده آمریکا، نیروهای مسلح افغانستان باید تجهیز، تمویل و آموزش به گونه یا با معیارهای ناتو باید شود، در حالی که در 18 ماه گذشته نیروهای امنیتی افغانستان از کمبود تجهیزات نگران هستند و همچنان طالبان نسبت به گذشته ها توانمندتر ظاهرا شدن. داعش تهدید بزرگتر دیگه و القاعده در حال نفوذ دوباره است. پس با افغانستان پیکار جدی را در برابر هراس افغانان به پیش میبرین، یعنی اقدام نظامی هم میکنین؟ درست. و مسئله دیگه که فقط
سوالتان یک سوال بود، دو جزء شده.
آیا هنوزم بر پاکستان اعتماد وجود داره برای سال؟
نگارم وقت بدین.
Let me make this very, very clear, because I brokered the agreement. President Ghani signed it, and Chief Executive Abdullah signed it, and I was there to witness the signing, and I had the privilege of joining them in announcing it. There is no end to this agreement at the end of 2 years or in 6 months from now. This agreement ends. This is an agreement for a unity government, the duration of which is 5 years. Now, the agreement did mention the effort to try to have potential of a lawyer jirga at some point within 2 years. That was a goal. It is clearly a goal that has been made difficult as a result of the process over the course of the last year and a half, but I am absolutely confident that with the appointment now of the Attorney General, the Interior Minister, and the efforts the government is committed to make leading up to Warsaw and leading up to Brussels, that there is going to be an acceleration and a momentum created in movement, not just in the efforts to make sure that the armed forces have the equipment and have the ability to do what they're doing, but in the implementation of the policies that President Ghani ran on and that together with Chief Executive Abdullah, they are committed to implement for the people of Afghanistan the next days. And as we put the new development policy that I just talked about into effect, and as we continue with the train, advise, and assist, I am confident the people of Afghanistan will feel and see the difference. In addition to that, General Nicholson, who has just taken over command from the excellent work of General Campbell, has committed to a review over the course of the next 90 days. He will report to the President of the United States. The President of the United States has made a commitment to keep 9,800 troops in place at this moment in time. And so I think people need to have confidence about the direction we are moving and the direction that the government is moving. And the key now is obviously to make certain that over the course of the next weeks and months, those services, those programs, those policies that have been awaiting both the financing as well as the ministers and leadership, that is going to begin to flow and be implemented. But we are in no way does the agreement itself have some particular termination. The Constitution has elected a president. The president has agreed to a unity government, and a political agreement was made between Dr. Abdullah and President Ghani for how they would go forward in a unity government. But it is our understanding that that is a mandate for 5 years, and there's no termination whatsoever in 6 months. I didn't answer the second part. Is there hope for peace? Of course there's hope for peace, absolutely. The government has made it clear they're prepared to sit down and have a clear negotiation. And the key to that negotiation is that the Afghanistan Constitution is respected, that violence is denounced, and that association with terror is ended. Under those circumstances, there's absolutely hope for peace. And the people of Afghanistan should be demanding that the Taliban, who are the only people holding out on that possibility, actually engage in a process that would provide them peace.
That the agreement does not have a termination date. Many people believe that it does end in 2 years. Are you afraid by taking that position that it could go on, the National Unity Government, you might end up with a backlash from the opposition? And President Ghani, you said that it was a historic turning point that President Obama decided to keep the 9,800 U.S. troops in Afghanistan. Would you like those troops to stay beyond the end of this year at 9,800 if the conditions warrant it? And Secretary Kerry, do you see any possibility of that?
So let me just quickly speak to the issue of the opposition. We welcome and respect in a democracy the notion of a loyal opposition. It's an important element of a democracy. And the reality is that what happens with respect to the unity government is really up to Afghans. It's up to President Ghani and his partner in a unity government, Dr. Abdullah, and ultimately, the one thing that was mentioned, obviously, is the possibility or a target of trying to have a lawyer Jirga at some point in time. But it's the people of Afghanistan and the President and his government who will make any decisions regarding where they go with respect to the government. But it's not specifically terminated within the context of the agreement. And that's the only point that I'm trying to make. With respect to the second part of your question was... on the troops, yeah. Look, President Obama has made his policy very clear. His policy is to extend the period of time for the 9,800, and he has stated his intention to move thereafter to the 5,500, but he also has always said he will listen to his commanders on the ground, and he will evaluate the situation, and he has commissioned a review by General Nicholson, and I am absolutely confident that whatever the President is going to do in the future is going to be guided by the people on the ground and by General Nicholson's report. So I'm not going to speculate beyond that.
Well, first of all, let me express our most sincere thanks to President Obama and to his team. Also, let me thank the team on the ground, Ambassador McKinley, but also Ambassador Wilson, Dr. Lavoie, and General Nicholson. The United States has given us its best, and we are very privileged to be working with them. Partners listen to each other, and partners do not interfere in the internal processes or suggest things that are purviews of the partners. President Obama listened very carefully to us and made a decision that I think in retrospect is going to be proving historic in terms of a turning point. What the number of troops will be, what their duration will be, is up to the internal processes of the United States. We have a reliable partner, a strategic partner, and a foundational partner in the United States, and we trust that our dialogue will always be constructive and focused on our mutual interests. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. President.